435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
24/7 threat monitoring, expert tech support, streamlined communications. Allo has a solution for that. Protect your business with Allo Business. Comprehensive firewall security, Microsoft Teams voice-integrated communications, cybersecurity and IT support managed by experts. From productivity to peace of mind, Allo has a solution for that. Allo means business. Protect your business by visiting allofiber.com/business.
Is your furnace or heat pump ready for winter? Call Bryant to schedule your home heating check. Comfortable, safe, efficient. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111.
Start 2024 off on a high note by loading up on meat and more at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Haviland. This week's special through January 16th is a Nebraska ground beef case sales. 12 one-pound packages of premium Nebraska ground beef for just $46.99 per case and $1.50 off all McClure's brand products. Plus, don't forget their 2 new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town. Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We wait all pro football season for the big game. But will you come out on top? Warhorse Festival of Games is putting you at the center of the action with 2 chances to win big. Earn entries for our $100,000 prop card challenge daily at Warhorse Casino Lincoln. Enjoy slots, sports wagering, and horse racing. Then make your picks about the big game to be eligible to win. Qualifying entries will also be put in the running for your share of the $20,000 grand prize drawing. Increase your luck for the drawing by playing free online games on the Festival of Games website. Skip the trip to Vegas and get in on the big game right here at Lincoln's favorite place to play. And if that's not enough, our $1 million bracket challenge for college basketball is coming soon. Full details are online at warhorsecasino.com. Warhorse Casino Lincoln, just minutes from downtown at Highway 77 and West Denton Road. Why not today? Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What up? Happy Friday. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin on the ones and twos. We are coming at you live from 1040 O Street. One of the few places that are brave enough, strong enough, mentally tough enough to still be rocking at 4 p.m. Austin. It is a winter wonderland out there, and it's not fun.
Looks beautiful. Nicer inside than outside.
It looked beautiful, like if you just were here all day or you were making like postcards or Instagram posts. But we are brought to you by the Mercado, Certified Piedmontese Special Ingredients and Butcher Shop, located at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill. We do know it is not grilling weather, but you can still stop by and get single serving or family size meals, especially on a day like today. If you don't want to go to the store and fight everybody that's probably going to go into lockdown mode, because I think it's going to go all the way to 9 o'clock and maybe through this weekend. It is going to be brisk for about the next 5 or 6 days. I've seen it to where it's going to be, the real feel is going to be in the negative 20s or 30s. That is going to be what it's going to be like this weekend over there in Kansas City. It is already like that up there in the below, as we used to call it, with Pittsburgh. So the weather is definitely going to be playing a factor, not only here locally, but then professionally. But without further ado, DP,
sure.
We alluded to it yesterday. You asked about who would it be, how would it come about. It moved rather quick. Old Saint Nick definitely had his stamp of approval. Looks like Alabama has a new coach, and the old Washington coach, which just seems like he just got smacked. Was it a Monday or whatever the game was? And Mr. DeBoer, and who has moved up the ranks very quickly. And if people don't know, he's from South Dakota. Cut his teeth at various small schools. Kind of came on the radar as an offensive coordinator from Fresno. I will tell you this as a little side note, is that he had mentioned privately that Nebraska was one of his dream jobs. Now I think he has gotten his dream job, as it looks like, down there in Alabama. I want to ask you this, DP.
Yep.
And I guess you could do a scale 1 to 10, 1 to 7, but just in general, how, I guess, I wouldn't say worried, or how wary should Alabama's fans be of pushing the chips all in on a head coach that had, I'll even say, 2 seasons of really good success at the Power 5 level in the Pac-12 conference, coming to Bama. And I'm looking at the holistic thing. Recruiting, if you look at his recruiting numbers when you have those 2 really good years, was right, in the mid to higher 30s, right? Which you expect to be more, which weren't. But he probably has better resources as far as NIL than he's ever had, facilities, and the brand. How worried or how wary would you be if you was an Alabama Slamma alumnus or fan? And take his coaching style and everything into it.
Yeah, the real thing. So Nebraska fans can relate, right? So it didn't matter who was going to come after Coach Osborne. It didn't matter who came after Coach Bob Devaney.
Sure, it took a while.
Right.
I mean, let's face it, it took a while.
Right. Like, it didn't matter. You weren't going to have what you had. So if you're Alabama, and think Huskers 70s, 90s, Patriots now having to recoil and reassess and replace yourself, right? Because you were the elite. And, after Tom Brady, we'll be fine because we have the hoodie. And no, it ain't never the same, because that's how it works. Mm-hmm. Saints after Drew Brees. The Dolphins trying to replace Dan Marino
and
right?
Don Shula,
right? So it's these are unique and elite, and we overuse elite, but Saban falls in the category. And what Alabama did in that stretch was elite,
legendary,
right?
It was
right.
That's higher than it,
right?
That's
right?
stupid,
right? Like it's just there's no number,
right.
there's no stat for it.
Yeah.
To tell you how rare and how difficult it is to do that. So you're not going to be Nick Saban's Alabama.
Right.
So put that, and we could tell the Patriots fans, we had this conversation with Rico. We could tell you when Brady and Belichick are gone, it's not going to be the same.
Yeah.
And even if you're good, it's not going to be the same.
Yeah. We got a good text here from Faisal. I hope I'm not destroying your name. He's like, it's the Bulls after Jordan and Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens all the
Lakers
time.
after Kobe.
Lakers after Kobe. Yeah.
It's the Lakers after Shaq.
Yeah. Well, but they still had Kobe. You don't have the in-house guy. I think like when Coach Osborne left, I mean, everybody felt like Frank was, ready to go, and it's not even really, for me, I guess what I'm asking, it's not even about, you're never gonna, like, I always tell, like, if coaches here or play, like, you're, and this isn't even like cocky or whatever, you're never gonna be 95 Huskers. You're never gonna be 94. Better yet, you're never gonna be 97. And really, to be honest
You
with
didn't
you,
give me 96.
you just took the word or 98.
Right.
And,
like
and you know what?
no.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That part.
So now with the way that the college football landscape is, it's a lot easier to get into the dance. So you can start to kind of elevate yourself by not hitting the same check marks.
But I was on a tweet with Big George Foster, right? And he was saying, well, what is the whole DeBoer thing?
That's what I was about to ask.
Right.
You. That's what I'm asking.
What is that thing? And listen, the arrogance and the entitlement that happens when you have that run, like Georgia, you weren't always that. Like you just got that.
They got a filtered memory that's only from 4 years ago to present day.
Yeah, you forgot. Like you were getting thumped, bro. You weren't.
Well, they're the same team that had a 28-0 lead on Alabama and lost it and tricked it off.
So I get that you think that you are on the Mount Rushmore of football programs, and
they should be thinking they only lost one game in 3 years.
Well, and this is the run, right? And you think it's your time, but hello, Buffalo. When the Patriots step down, it becomes easier.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't make you what the Patriots were when they were number one.
Exactly.
And it's never gonna. It's just not gonna happen. So I told him. I said, listen, DeBoer did something that nobody in the SEC could do this year, which was get to the championship game.
Yeah.
Like I'm a hater like that. Like wait a minute.
Yeah,
no.
I mean,
like
that's
your brakes.
Yeah, just this year though.
This is what we do. I'm Janet Jackson. What have you done for me lately?
Right, but that's what I'm asking. But that's what I'm asking you. Can you get clouded by yourself, Janet?
Yep.
Right, and not realize what's really the nuts and bolts? Because
that man beat you with his with your little brother. That man beat he beat Texas. If he had Alabama's talent, he wins the NCAA championship this year. Tell me that he has more talent on Washington's roster than Alabama does or Georgia.
He has more talent than Alabama does.
No, I would trade that roster, bro. I'd give you Washington and Washington State for Alabama's lineup.
No way. You got the best quarterback in the nation. You have the best receiver in the nation. You have two other NFL receivers, and you have one of the top outside rushers, and your offensive line won the Joe Moore Award.
I said this about the LSU team 5 years ago, that I would have taken LSU's roster over both of Georgia's next two, like first, second team, because they're dudes sitting on the back end of LSU's Trey Palmer, who is a starter in the NFL, who could not get on the field for LSU. They're dudes on Alabama's bench. They're dudes on their scout team that could help teams win in the Big Ten.
For sure.
So if he did that with that group, you can tell me that Penix, there's some great coaching going on because that passing game was pretty nice.
Right.
But guess what?
But when you have the best of the best, you're not going to get much better than
we weren't saying that Washington had the best passing game in college football 2 years ago.
You were saying that it was one of the best last year.
Last year. Again, it's like if you tell me development.
But Michael Penix just got there last year, though.
But that's my point. And Penix, is he guaranteed the starting job at Alabama, or would he have to win the starting job? Would he get the starting job at Georgia the last 3 years? He'd have had to fight for it. Not saying he wasn't the best quarterback.
Hold on. You're talking about Jalen Milroe and Michael Penix Jr.
Who was okay? So
hold on.
2 years ago, would Penix have transferred? Would he have been able to transfer to Georgia to get on the roster?
Well, I mean that's. Hold on, but you're not even making a legitimate point. Georgia doesn't emphasize the quarterback play versus Washington. It's totally two different. Like,
what about Alabama?
He would have started over Jalen Milroe.
Okay. But they'd have competed.
Yeah,
right?
but he would have easily won it.
Okay. 3 years ago, would he
over Tua?
Over Tua.
But
no.
Would have been Bryce.
Well, yeah, over Bryce.
No.
This is my thing. As people evolve and the game evolves, the college game is evolving. The programs have the ability, as a matter of fact, they have the responsibility to change up. They have to improve. They have to get better, forward and up. You have to do that. Washington did that. DeBoer did that for Washington. When, guess what? Nobody else in the last 30 years did that for Washington.
No, right? But DeBoer brought
nobody else.
But he brought Michael Penix Jr. from his time in Indiana. So he already knew what he had, though.
Every other Washington coach. Again, the game has changed because now
Peterson did get him to the playoff, but I don't know if he transformed that.
Yeah, he didn't. Look, we're not talking about.
And it's debatable whether DeBoer really changed Washington. When you have a quarterback that dominant, you got to think Michael Penix Jr. dominated in the Big Ten.
But as the text line says, he was he the player of the year in the Big Ten? Was he the best quarterback? Was he first team quarterback in the Big Ten?
He was one of them.
Would you have taken Penix over every quarterback in the Big Ten?
I'm not saying that. I'm not. Okay. But that's your ass.
But it evolves. My point.
But it doesn't evolve.
I'm not.
You have Justin Fields, who was probably the best quarterback in the whole nation in the conference. So there's nobody else that you could take.
Was he the second best quarterback in the Big Ten?
He was probably at least top 4 quarterback.
Okay, that's my thing. So
it starts and stops with your quarterback.
What DeBoer did with Washington talent. Because there were receivers, I would imagine that the receivers who played for Washington were not the first choice at Alabama. Fair? They weren't the first choice at LSU. They weren't the first choice at Texas A&M. They weren't the first choice at USC.
But they're California kids though.
Right, but that's
but just because Alabama offered them doesn't mean they have to go.
But 10 of the top receivers in the country are always from California, Texas, and Florida. That's the way it works.
Right.
But that puts you 30 deep no matter how you do it. What I would take Alabama's second and third team over most rosters in the country, not excluding the 12 programs that are always in the top 30.
In a normal year.
But everybody else, I don't know that we would always put Washington in the top 12.
No, but right now
we do it this year.
But this year
you
have the best receiver in the whole nation. Period.
Well, Ohio State, Columbus.
Hold on.
I'll throw this out there.
There's no question.
Just for the sake of argument, Jalen Polk was the only one of that top 3 that didn't have a Bama offer.
Right.
He had a Texas offer.
But why did they choose Washington? Why do you think?
I mean, there's plenty of other reasons to choose it. I mean, there's people that turn down Alabama all the time.
Because you're going to play somewhere else? You won't be
McMillan's
guaranteed?
a California kid. O'Dunsey is a Vegas kid.
Neither one of them's a Washington State kid.
Right.
But there's not a lot of talent out there, though.
Neither one. I have mad respect for the programs that have become elite in what they do. And we also know we have to accept that each program is year to year. Because
and that's what I'm asking.
What we accept from Nebraska 2 years ago, we won't accept next year.
Sure, but I'm asking you about Alabama. Did they get, I wouldn't say bamboozled, but snowballed by a 2-year run to be the head coach at Alabama versus talk yourself out of a Dabo? If you want to throw Kyle Whittingham in there, I mean, that's all. That's my question. He has superior talent. You don't get this far without superior talent. It starts with the quarterback. You got 3 day one, and first of all, you got the best receiver in the nation, and that's hard for me to say, Marvin Harrison Jr. But you talk to scouts, they'll tell you that dude is a dude that played better 1 to 12 than him. That dude is a dude. I'm just telling you, he is a dude.
Look, I've never seen Marvin Harrison disappear for 3 quarters in a big game.
But you never seen him. Hold on. Against Michigan, you saw him not compete on the 2 most important plays of the game.
2 most important plays. We're talking about plays. Now, you know that if I judge,
but
players,
listen, if you're going to be the best,
you're
going to be the best, you have got to compete when it's money time.
I think they're 1A, 1B for me, and whatever way you take them, I'm cool with. I just think DeBoer deserves credit for
I'm giving him credit
for doing in 2 years what if let's say that this was Nebraska, and in 2 years Matt Rule takes this team to a championship game. None of the rest of the discussion is relevant,
right?
Because we would say you are whoever you say you are.
Right.
Because you did the thing.
But we've done that before, though.
Well,
we've done that before.
When?
We hired a coach that went 13-0.
No. When?
Well, what was UCF?
No. But what did he do? What did he didn't complete the deal.
But he didn't get a chance to complete the deal. They weren't allowing a group of 5 teams in there.
I don't think that Scott Frost and DeBoer are in the same stratosphere for how they handle their business.
You wouldn't have known that when they were hiring him.
It's your job to know that.
But nobody would have known.
It's your job to know that. There were look. I'm not going to dance down the Scott Frost.
But I'm not dancing down it either.
Hole. But listen, there were signs and clues and hints that you were going to get exactly what you got. You ignored it because there was some other benefit for you.
Oh, look. I'm not. It's not comparable.
You can deep dive DeBoer, and you don't get any of that.
But he's never been a head coach before, besides Washington.
No, he has, and that's the thing, right? I think both of you have made points that I'm going to bring up from the past.
Mm-hmm.
This is the biggest job of his life. This means more than anywhere he's ever been. You have always said winning matters.
Yes.
Kalen DeBoer is a winner. He won titles at his first stop, titles at his second stop, made it to a title game, won a conference at Washington. Both things can be true. He's a winner. Yeah. He has a proven track record, but it's the biggest job of his life, and it doesn't matter at the same time.
It is a lot different coaching in them places.
If
when you
win,
leapfrog guaranteed guys that have done it before, you are rolling the dice. And those dice you could crap out faster.
But it's all a crap show. Here's the thing. Here's the real part. This is, again, a conversation talking with Foster, and then several named people got involved in the conversation in a private chat. And I made listen, Alabama has one goal every year, which is win the national title.
Sure.
If you don't do that, it's a fail. Same for Georgia.
Right.
LSU, Clemson. Like, there's some people who, if you don't win the title, it's not the standard.
Right.
And this guy went further in his year than any of these programs that have the great expectation. There's a reason why. And I wouldn't say that the reason that it happened was that he had more talent than they did. I would say that he did a really good job of developing, forming, and managing what he did have, which for Alabama's next leader.
I would argue that he has more talent than Alabama.
Okay. I
can guarantee you come in the draft top to bottom, because it starts, if you don't have a legitimate quarterback, this is probably one of Nick Saban's best coaching jobs, but the dude was benched game 3. You had an offensive coordinator with the dude that didn't even really know how to coach him.
Well, I think that's a home run you just hit. Was that he had a coach that
he had a head coach, one of the greatest head coaches
but he had an offensive coordinator that he didn't trust or believe in, because the offensive coordinator was in a group that told him you should probably play another position.
Yeah, that was the guy before.
Well, but look, the room is built how it's built.
Right.
If it's left on shaky foundation, this is a dude that, look, I don't necessarily trust this dude. If y'all don't, you in a room, and he was in the room with the coordinator, who said that this is not the guy.
Right.
And you didn't chop this dude down for me. I need you to fight for me. Somebody can come and tell me something about Jay Foreman. I'm telling you, you need to get out my building, get out my face. We're not having that discussion about my dude. We're not going to do that.
Right.
Like, get on out of here. So for all of it, I think they did. I don't know if you want to define it as safe. I don't know if you want to define it as secure. I would absolutely define it as fully vetted. They have fully vetted DeBoer. And I can say that from them talking to coaches, not only in the Pac-12 conference, but NFL coaches who would ask the question about, what do you know about this that we don't know? And to have the answers come back to say, go. Because that's
hard to do in 24 hours, though.
I don't think it was done in 24 hours.
Because Nick wasn't retiring until like 10 minutes before his meeting. I mean, he was not on their radar until Sarkisian and those guys said, I'm chilling.
When your agent puts you out in the stratosphere to change salaries for everybody in the game, he knows long before. That this conversation went down 3 weeks ago, where your agent Sexton had him in the pool 3 weeks ago, even as he was preparing for a national championship. And he told him, just pump the brakes. You cannot put me on Front Street until the championship game, which was Monday. Tuesday, it's a different conversation. But the vetting had already been done, because that's why Alabama's been Alabama, is that they were doing 3 weeks worth of work the whole time, prepared for whatever happened. And then having a checklist. You know what? Here's the negative. They pulled a Jay Foreman. Dabo's on the list, but here's a negative for Dabo, and we're going to have some stuff to deal with. Here's the list. Whittingham's on the list. Brian is on the list, but guess what? There's some things to check. Kyle's a little bit older than we want. It's a thing. Let's check the box there. Let's go up and down the list. Is Dan Mullen back in play? Yes, he's in play, but he don't
like to recruit though.
Here are the things that we have concerns about.
Right.
And then on the big whiteboard, the person with the fewest marks and the most boxes checked for good was DeBoer. I wouldn't be mad at that at all.
Timing is everything.
Oh, timing is spectacular.
Timing and what everybody else does is.
Yeah, that's spectacular.
Jimmy Sexton essentially massaged him up in there, and that's what you want a good agent for.
Yep.
And then if it doesn't work out, he already got paid.
That's man's right there.
I think it's.
But he got everybody paid.
He got bored. Well, he pimped the system.
Yeah.
That's why you got to be wary of it, though.
Yeah.
Because then when you get pigeonholed, a guy can look a lot better than what he necessarily is. And
yeah, there's no sure deal. There's no sure deal.
No.
I like that they worked from both they and the Patriots worked from character rather than schmooze and schmaltz. Like
sure.
I feel there was more substance than style, and I'm cool with that. They didn't take the easy route. They didn't take the layup. They said, you know what, we're actually going to put in work. I would rather take the good open three and have it go down than take the layup because I know I can make the layup. I know what I'm getting with the layup. The three gives me more value if it works. That's the game that you play in management.
Yeah, the Patriots probably manage it the best because I think after Tom Brady won that Super Bowl, they're like, yeah, Belichick probably isn't as good as a coach as he thinks he is. And that's on Belichick because as a coach, you should always elevate your players because they get you paid. And you hit a home run, grand slam, Reggie Jackson.
Drop the bat.
Right. And you did not pitch it to yourself there, Bill Belichick. So we're going to take a quick break, come back, get back on track. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and Jay. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Start 2024 off on a high note by loading up on meat and more at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Haviland. This week's special through January 16th is a Nebraska ground beef case sales. 12 one-pound packages of premium Nebraska ground beef for just $46.99 per case and $1.50 off all McClure's brand products. Plus, don't forget their 2 new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Ready to make this season unforgettable? Celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union's low-rate debt consolidation loan. Combine all those bills into one affordable monthly payment with quick access to funds. Imagine all the extra cash for holiday shopping sprees, festive parties, or that well-deserved vacation. Stop by any of their branches or visit libertyfirstcu.com to find out more about their low-rate debt consolidation loan. Make this holiday season one to remember and celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I see the future in our public school classrooms every day. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. I also see how critically important parent and community support is to our students' success. Support your public schools. Get involved. Form a business school partnership or become a school volunteer. Great schools and great communities work hand in hand.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest, quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs. Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: snow and blowing snow likely today, especially in the morning. Otherwise, it'll be cold and windy, a high of just 8. Tonight, cold and wind continue. More blowing snow as well. See a low of 5 below. And tomorrow, more cold, wind, blowing snow, a high of just -1. Stay warm and safe out there. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What up? We're back. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin. Just looking at the snow coming down very steady, but not too bad right now. Obviously, the people are trying to clean the roads, sidewalks, neighborhoods. Appreciate their effort. It's definitely relentless out there. So always got to feel for them putting in a lot of hours. Some of them are all-nighters and all day. So
dudes are shoveling.
Yeah. They're shoveling. Next thing you know, you got to go back and do the same spot you did maybe an hour or two before.
And they have different teams. I didn't know how many teams there were. I went for lunch, and there were 2 different dudes who were working this side of O Street. And they said, "Yeah, we're the second crew. There's the third crew that's coming later tonight." And he said, "Yeah, they were complaining this morning." He goes, "Yeah, I think we have the harder gig because it's blowing.
Yeah,
the moment you shovel it, it's blowing back in your space." So,
yeah, if you got ski goggles, you got to bring them out, man.
Yeah,
you know, this is not a time to be out here trying to look cute. And,
I took coffee out there. I was like, "Here's some cups, man. Y'all doing real work."
Yeah, it's the real deal, man. And be cautious out there. Just because there's nothing, no place you need to be in a rush, especially in this time of day. And then obviously the elements outside. But
well, folks are hurt. A chance to beat Iowa makes people anxious. They
that's for sure.
They need
you got to run away from the stink that they bring in town.
And the bad corn. You have to get away from the bad corn.
Yeah.
But then you're getting a chance to see a top 4 team in the country
get beat.
No, that's top 2 team getting beat.
Top 2 team get beat.
Yeah, you're number 4. Huskers are number 4. Iowa's number 2, and it can line up for them. So extra hype with Polar Bear.
Yeah,
wrestling heavyweight tonight. So it's a thing. Jay, I had to stand corrected, bro. Like I fully committed on social media,
right,
that I was going to go to the Huskers wrestling.
You did a little pit. You had a little face,
I had a post as soon as because I posted. Look, everybody know me. If like going to a live WWE event is pretty high on my list of things.
Right.
And I was like, no, you know what? It's beat Iowa night. I'm gonna go to Devaney, watch them give the Hawkeyes the black eye, and then I was gonna go home and catch the Huskers men's basketball team beat them. And as soon as I posted that, I mean, it was a matter of minutes. It was like, check your email. Check your email.
Dang. So you got recruited that easy. So you flip for the NIL?
Well, but I'm going. Yeah, look, man.
No, you flip for the NIL. It's cool.
Look, man.
Right? You took the NIL deal. Look at you. Yeah, you did. You committed, and then you did.
Just own it. It's okay.
Yeah, you did.
This is my confessional.
Yeah.
This is my testimony. I'm not hiding from it. I'm not going to avoid it and shun it. I'm simply going to admit out loud. Well, because here's the other thing. 2 weeks from now, I'm going to Tampa for Royal Rumble, working as media. And so you in my town. And I'm the only credentialed media in the state of Nebraska that gets to go to every event. Jay.
So you had to go.
It's your uncle face. Like you just go.
Right. So they did a Florida State with you. Uncle Kane. So they drove you with the NIL. They drove you to the collective.
Well, they lured, because if they just given me the one credential, I would have been like, okay. But he's like, 4 tickets. Front row TV.
So then they said, look, we're not only going to give you a sweet NIL deal, we're bringing your family down here. You did like Alabama did with Tua. Got his family down there.
Your mom a job.
Like, a little brother down there. He got a scholarship. Cousin, Ray over there too.
So Strick is going with me. Bach is going with me. And Jake Sorensen is going to his first one with us, which is just going to be
Jake Sorensen.
Who is most and least comfortable in that environment?
Jake Sorensen.
Bach is the most comfortable, because Bach is the type of dude.
I think Bach is an undercover, independent wrestler on the weekend.
Yeah, like Bach roots for all the villains. That's who Bach is.
Yeah. I
like
can see
Bach
that. Yeah.
is gonna be and loud.
Yeah.
Like and they're like, Bach, calm down. I don't want to have to fight nobody up in here. Like, Strick. The last time they came, Strick and Bach sat together on the opposite side of the ring that I was sitting. And they stood and they were, I guarantee you they had no voice the next morning. Because they were giving it up. And then I asked Jake what he was gonna wear. I said, because you're in a TV seat, so what are you gonna wear? And Jake goes, and the words still haunt me. But he goes,
Dolphins.
He goes, I think I go shirtless.
Jake Sorensen?
Jake Sorensen said, I think I go.
Dang, Jake.
I go shirtless.
That's just pure desperation of being a Dolphins fan.
I say that as a pale. I say this as a pale guy. He would be whiter in the snow outside.
But you know what? You know how many clicks he'd probably get on social media?
Jake Sorensen would be on camera the whole time.
He'd make every
like
sport.
He would body paint.
He would be on. He would make the Today Show.
Yeah, he would body paint.
In Lincoln, Nebraska, in a blizzard. Look at this guy.
Well, see, last time we took Raph, so the camera found
you can't miss him.
Like
he looked like he looked like Big John, the second coming of Big John Stud.
Yeah,
sitting there.
Yeah,
and you're panning. And imagine the camera guy like,
what is
hey,
what is?
Aren't you supposed to be in the back getting ready to wrestle?
Like he looked like a plant. He looked like a dude that, like, if a fight broke out, he would jump over the top.
Yeah, coming out. Yeah.
Like, who's this? Oh, it's Chris Raff. Raff.
He just needed two. Raff doesn't even ever have to worry about Halloween. He just needs a 2x4.
Oh.
And he just be Big John Stud. Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
That's it. Man walking around 6'8", 280.
Just cuz.
Just cuz.
For no reason.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
We late again. What are we doing?
That's all right. We're back on time. We'll go a couple more minutes and then we'll just get back on time, right? No? Break right now?
Break. We got one more.
All right, we got a break. Austin, Harrison do 2.0 over here. We'll be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Golfing in 72 degrees and perfect conditions in Nebraska doesn't seem possible in the winter, but it is. Double Eagle Golf is your escape from the bone-chilling cold outside and a reason to keep your clubs out year-round. Book a bay with some friends for a weekend or come by for golf and happy hour on a weekday. Spring leagues begin in February. Get signed up today. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex at West O Street. Online at doubleeagle.golf.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Don't miss Star Wars Night at the Icebox this Saturday as the Lincoln Stars battle the Tri-City Storm. The Stars will be sporting specialty Star Wars uniforms that will be auctioned off after Saturday's game. Purchase a Star Wars Night package now to get 4 tickets and 2 lightsabers for $75. The puck drops at 7:05 p.m., and you can get your tickets now at lincolnstars.com.
24/7 threat monitoring, expert tech support, streamlined communications. Allo has a solution for that. Protect your business with Allo Business. Comprehensive firewall security, Microsoft Teams voice-integrated communications, cybersecurity and IT support managed by experts. From productivity to peace of mind, Allo has a solution for that. Allo means business. Protect your business by visiting allofiber.com/business.
Ready to make this season unforgettable? Celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union's low-rate debt consolidation loan. Combine all those bills into one affordable monthly payment with quick access to funds. Imagine all the extra cash for holiday shopping sprees, festive parties, or that well-deserved vacation. Stop by any of their branches or visit libertyfirstcu.com to find out more about their low-rate debt consolidation loan. Make this holiday season one to remember and celebrate with Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose.
Not many businesses can say they've made it 60 years, but Madsen's Bowling and Billiards can. With 12 bowling lanes and the biggest pool room in Nebraska, where else would you go to enjoy an afternoon or evening? There's a great daily specials like $2 Tuesdays, games of bowling, shoe rentals, draft beers, and tacos, all just $2 each. Have a delicious burger at EJ's Lounge before or after your bowling or pool session, and you'll leave satisfied. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards at 47th and Dudley.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What up? We are back. Jay Foreman, DP Austin. We got like 1 minute now so we can get back on track. Austin then took over for Harrison.
Fastest segment in all of radio history.
Hi, bye. Thank you very much. Got Austin over there, got us in Lincoln Lutheran time. We can't do. We're getting back. You got the
shout
paddle.
out my Warriors taking down C1 #1 Ashland Greenwood last night.
It was pretty easy too.
How about him?
It was double digit win.
Beat them 57-48.
Yeah, 9.
But they were down going into the fourth.
By how much? Did you go to
Just
the game?
One. No, I did not.
This is why this is the shortest segment in radio history.
Because he didn't go to the game. You shouting him out. You just riding away.
He didn't go to the game.
I was watching it.
Okay.
Okay.
Just,
Thanks for the link. Anyways, we're gonna go. We're a quick segment. We're gonna be right back. I guarantee you, I got 5-1 odds that lady right there slips. Jay Foreman, DP.
Don't root for that, Jay. Don't put that evil on her.
I'm not rooting. There goes another one. We'll be right back after this.
With DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Start 2024 off on a high note by loading up on meat and more at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Haviland. This week's special through January 16th is a Nebraska ground beef case sales. 12 one-pound packages of premium Nebraska ground beef for just $46.99 per case and $1.50 off all McClure's brand products. Plus, don't forget their 2 new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Hello, everybody. It's Charlie Stone, and here with me is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I hear that new Honda manufacturing continues to go up, and you have new Hondas in stock now.
That's correct, Charlie. We have more than 40 new Hondas in stock right now. It's great that a customer can come in and buy a new Honda and drive it home that day. New Honda inventory keeps getting better each month.
Okay, then. How about used cars, Andy?
We have more than 100 pre-owned vehicles to choose from right now, and a lot of fresh trade-ins are coming in daily. We have just about every maker model you can imagine in any price range.
Thanks again, Andy. People love the selection and great service at Honda of Lincoln. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Don't miss Star Wars Night at the Icebox this Saturday as the Lincoln Stars battle the Tri-City Storm. The Stars will be sporting specialty Star Wars uniforms that will be auctioned off after Saturday's game. Purchase a Star Wars Night package now to get 4 tickets and 2 lightsabers for $75. The puck drops at 7:05 p.m., and you can get your tickets now at lincolnstars.com.
24/7 threat monitoring, expert tech support, streamlined communications. Allo has a solution for that. Protect your business with Allo Business. Comprehensive firewall security, Microsoft Teams voice-integrated communications, cybersecurity and IT support managed by experts. From productivity to peace of mind, Allo has a solution for that. Allo means business. Protect your business by visiting allofiber.com/business.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Problem gambling is not just a financial issue. It's an emotional problem with financial consequences. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com. Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: snow and blowing snow likely today, especially in the morning. Otherwise, it'll be cold and windy, a high of just 8. Tonight, cold and wind continue, more blowing snow as well. See a low of 5 below. And tomorrow, more cold, wind, blowing snow, a high of just -1. Stay warm and safe out there. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Liberty Law Group is committed to the defense of liberty for those accused and the pursuit of justice for those injured. Liberty Law Group's relentless trial attorneys specialize in criminal defense and personal injury law. Navigating the legal system can be stressful, overwhelming, and full of uncertainty. Liberty Law Group is here to do the heavy lifting for you. We believe in treating every client with respect and understanding. When you're in need of legal assistance, trust Liberty Law Group to fight for you. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. That's 877-42-LIBERTY.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What up? We're back. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin, top of the 5 o'clock hour. We are Old School, brought to you by the Mercado. Certified Piedmontese, special ingredients at Butcher Shop, 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill. They can still hook you up even on a Snowmageddon day. Unknown texter from the text line 5554 is going to be in attendance with you guys, DP, at the WWE event.
He said
tonight.
He said he working.
Yeah. So it's going to be probably, look, the one thing that's really, really commendable for, Nebraska fans or Nebraska people in general, and let's just say the 500-mile radius or 300-mile, I guess, probably for WWE events, they come from all over. There's people that fly in for it, is that no matter rain, sleet, snow, heat wave, tsunami, if you could have one, earthquake, Nebraska fans are going to be there to support them. And the great thing about it, they'll be at the WWE event tonight. They'll be packing the wrestling event tonight as the Huskers, number 4 Huskers, beat the number 2 Iowa Hawkeyes wrestling team. Big shout out to Mark Manning and his crew. And then they'll make it home in time enough and get their notifications and update alerts if they're in a traffic jam to go and get home and watch the Husker men's basketball team beat the brakes off of the Iowa Hawkeyes up there in the stinky city of Iowa City. So, look, that's what makes Nebraska fans the best fan base in all the sports, or one of them. And then coming off of that, you had the women's. I want to give up to the women's basketball team for their defensive effort. The two girl show of Markowski and Jazz Shelley, represented last night, and it wasn't just those 2 young ladies, but it was the defensive effort by the whole team. And it was kind of a sleepy Thursday. You knew that the elements were coming. Illinois, even when Nebraska a couple years ago was one of the better teams in the Big Ten, Illinois, they're fighting Illini or fighting Lady Illini, are always tough. And you know what you're going to get. So good. It's another weekend, or hopefully another weekend of good Husker sports and good outcomes for what's going on our campus. And I think it's infectious. Where we talked about DP when they had the volleyball day, and we were over at Barry's. If I'm the football team, I want that. Mm-hmm. If I'm the basketball team, I want that. Well, we've seen it a little bit, right? The volleyball team made the run, didn't get the championship, but still really, really great, a really, really good season, great season in my opinion. And then you had the basketball team, and piggyback off the recruiting prowess of the football team, and then have a couple missteps, but then you beat Indiana, fall asleep, or just kind of get outplayed against Wisconsin. Wasn't a bad performance. Wisconsin just played really well, and then you come against the number 1 team, and you do something that hadn't been done in what 30? Is it 40 years?
42
years.
60 at home.
Yeah, grandpa. Yeah, so I mean, it's a good it's a good vibe there. And then you got Mark Manning and his crew doing some great things as well. Then obviously the excitement of Nash taking the challenge of joining another team and doing it for the right reasons, both personally and team wise. Even though wrestling is,
they like him, though.
Right? And wrestling's an individual sport, but you're doing it for the betterment of you and the betterment of the wrestling team.
They like him. There's today was the track invitational, indoor track invitational. Again, the reigning, defending Big Ten track champions reside here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Bowling team last week went to an invitational, finished second.
Put up a 300 this week.
Yeah, and they've been sniping people though. They just laying in the weeds, and they just playing games with everybody right now.
And rolled 3 freshmen out there and said, "Hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and see what it is." And they almost came home with the big trophy. It's a good time. Nebraska softball ranked 15 in the preseason poll. 15 or 16, I believe it was, that I saw. And baseball's retooled, and they feel really good about the depth of their roster and the versatility of the roster. So, listen, it's an interesting time. Shout out to our boy Nuri. He's over in Hawaii for the Hula Bowl. Set to do his thing and make his bid to be a pro. Look, it's a fun time. It's a fun time. And we didn't have to talk with those folks in the other city.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is all about Husker sports, and it's if Strick was in here, he'd tell you too. Is like I think that when obviously in our football team we were doing really well, the volleyball team was doing really well, everything on campus was doing well, and it's infectious. It becomes a standard of behavior and results, and you have to put in the work for it because you don't want to be that group or that team or that sport that doesn't uphold what's going on. So I think it's a great time, or a good time, right? You don't want to be great where we're all winning. I want to be just dominating everything, but I think it's a really good run considering where we've been and where we could have gone if things didn't get on the right foot. So you got to give it all up to the coaches and the student athletes.
You've got a top 5 men's gymnastics team, top 5 in the country. Heather Brink and what she's done, and of course the women's gymnastics team won their season debut this year. I think they're on the road this weekend as well. Matter of fact, I think they're on ESPN tonight.
Yeah, I mean,
ESPN.
I just think it's when you got it going on like that, you want to give props to the coaches and the student athletes because it takes a lot to play each individual sport and compete, but then also to step your game up or if you're like the volleyball team, consistently be one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the nation. So it's good.
Well, Sam Phillips from the men's gymnastics team, Savannah Warren from the women's gymnastics team. They do a show every Sunday, and these are 2 of the most. First of all, Sam Phillips is the most jacked dude on campus. Like as a gymnast, he has. Like it's not fair how many muscles he has. Like he has the different muscles, Jay. You know, you see a muscle, you go, huh? I forgot that's the thing. That's Sam Phillips, and he's on the national watch list for gymnasts.
Yeah,
and he comes on every Sunday, he breaks it down for you. So, look, it's a great time for Husker athletics. It's a great time, playoffs, wild card weekend. So we get to dive into that.
Oh yeah,
the Big Ten starts to form in both the men's and women's game. Wrestling starts to identify as it dives into the Big Ten season. It's a great sports time, and of course, college football and the coaches just won't let us rest. They just refuse to let us rest. The NFL refuses to let us rest. We're going to give you all the coach talk you can possibly stand.
Yeah, I mean, sports is always great, and it's just a snapshot in life. And look, it was a big day where you had 3 iconic coaches, either on the move or 2 of them decided to step away. And it changes not only what happens locally in their cities and franchises, and you can call it Alabama franchise, a program, whatever you want to call it, but the ripple effects go all the way up to the Pacific Northwest. Seattle hasn't, Pacific Northwest as far as the Washington Huskies. The Seahawks haven't filled their vacancy, but most likely it might be Dan Quinn. But then that shockwave goes always down to Dallas, and whether it's the whole team or not, because very easily what people don't understand, and we'll get into these NFL playoffs, is if I'm just say Jay Foreman is the defensive coordinator of, it doesn't matter what the team is, we'll just say the Commanders, DP's the head coach, and DP's on a little bit, I wouldn't say the hot seat, but you need to get past the first round, and I'm the new Dan Quinn, I'm the up and coming defensive coordinator, and Austin's the agent. Yeah, I'm putting in the work. Right, you're seeing me same time. We're doing the breakdown right there. But in the really good ones are able to leave all that stuff outside of this door and let Austin 100% handle it with the trust. Where you sometimes run into trouble is when Austin is overstepping his boundaries as an agent, and it's bleeding into our preparation, which my preparation leads to your could be termination. And the outcome of a game that, 5 years from now, we're at the coaches convention. Yeah, we probably should have won that game. So it's a very the ripple effect of all
if
these
it's not
coaches.
under agreement, it does not get to enter the building. Like
No,
that's
but it could be under agreement, but you want to finish the job. It's just like if a coach is going to agree to coach, or to agree to be another coach, but he's going to finish out the season. It's hard to do, man, because you got to just imagine being a head coach of an NFL franchise and you're still coaching for the Dallas Cowboys. It's a hard thing to do. It's just because you're being pulled two ways.
I would sabotage.
Yeah. Yeah, I would be like, man, Jerry, you should have gave me a pay bump 2 years ago.
I would sabotage.
Yeah, I'm calling cover 1 when I should be in cover 3.
I'd be full Urkel. Did I do that?
And I would be like, and I would text my agent at halftime. Listen, we got about 2 hours. I can get to that airport in this Uber in 3 hours.
Yeah.
Have me a suit and hat ready.
we would always. I mean, from the head coaching job is this: whatever your job is, I get out of your way and allow you to be a professional at what your job is. As long as it works. As long as it works. If it doesn't work, your ineptitude does not, or your incompetency is not allowed to get me fired. So then you make the statement, okay, listen, I get that you're doing your thing, but now your thing is affecting my thing, which is the bigger picture.
Yeah.
And the big picture is the most important thing. So you have to set the ladder early. Listen, do your thing.
Yeah.
Just don't mess up my thing.
Yeah, keep the main thing the main thing. And that's the win.
If your thing works, Urban Meyer was really good at saying that. As a matter of fact, I was actually in the room when he and Dan Mullen had a conversation about that you need to be the best coach in the room every day. You can't do it just when you feel like it. You need to do it every day. And if you're the best coach every day, at the end of the day, I'm going to look at all the stuff you did that day and say you did your thing. If you didn't, I'm going to call you on it. Like, there's one of two ways this is going to work. If it works, we're good. Don't work, we're not going to be good.
Yeah, it's just very hard when you're, especially if you're a first-time head coach and you're a coordinator, you've been waiting for your opportunity. You probably got passed over 5 to 10 times.
Trying to shoot your shot.
Well, it's just timing's not right. A lot of times, look at the guys like Aaron Glenn and all those guys. They might not get a head coaching job this cycle. Now you got to go do it again. Like Raheem Morris, how many times he's been passed over. Now he looks like he's one of the top candidates. It can take away the focus, and it's only natural. But the really, really good ones can really focus in and finish the job. That's why the NFL has changed the interview process to right now it's all via Zoom. So you're not, leaving your city, flying somewhere, come back in the middle of the night and all that. So they've done some adjustments there, but in the past,
the evaluation is so easy now with the electronics.
It is, but being in person is a lot better. The problem was it used to be if you were playing in the AFC Championship, you couldn't interview, so you're missing out on opportunity. That was the big excuse for Eric Bieniemy for so long.
I can't get on the plane. I got to be in town. I got all this stuff
or
to
the
do.
Super Bowl.
Right,
you would get passed over, and then they would be taking the guy just because they have to fill their position. So, with that being said, the big NFL news this morning was the Patriots already had their in-house candidate. So that means when everybody thought it was Vrabel or bust, everybody thought it was.
We said I'm getting a linebacker, a Super Bowl champion linebacker, captain.
Yeah, you were, and you're getting a guy that was definitely groomed
you fell
to be.
For the okie doke.
Well, people didn't. You're not going to know Gerard Mayo's. And actually, here's the thing: Mike Reese had said this when Gerard Mayo was up for other jobs, and the reason why he went back to New England so quick. But it was just a blip on the radar screen. Because that's when Mac Jones, they still went to the playoffs. You had the first round pick. Oh, Mac Jones is going to be the second coming of Tom Brady. Bottom fell out. So that contract stayed pat. You got to give actually more credit to Robert Kraft that he's seen something in Gerard Mayo that nobody else in the league did. And obviously it came from Bill Belichick, and it started from his playing career, kind of like DeMeco Ryans. You wonder why these guys move up so quick is because they see unique qualities and they're open to it. That's the thing. You have to be open to it.
He outworked his talent. And that was such a Belichick thing that you find somebody that, like, I can go back to Gerard Mayo, Kickingham High School.
Yeah.
Hampton, Virginia. Like, gone down there. I see you run for 1,300, young man. Go ahead and get it. Right? And then on the other side, hey, I'm going to get strip sack for touchdown and get an interception for a pick six. Hey, no big deal. And then I'm going to give you 18 points a game in basketball. No problem. But he's the student of the game who happens to be physically gifted.
Yeah, and then when he's a player, he does that. He has unique leadership skills. He's probably earned the trust from the owner from the very beginning on probably things that went on inside that organization that nobody knows. So those are things that billionaires never forget, right? And especially when, as Robert Kraft, as an owner, through his relationship with Tom Brady, really understands what leadership is for the Patriots and how they were successful. Tom Brady is a part of this decision, not directly, but indirectly. He's seen qualities in Tom Brady as a young leader and how it's developed. He obviously has seen some of those qualities in Gerard Mayo as well. Same with Bill Belichick. And Bill Belichick was okay with it because he brought him along in the process in a fashion enough that where he wouldn't stymie it by too much too quick. They feel like he's ready for it, and they already had it in house. And so what you're trying to do with the difference between Bama and the Patriots is Patriots already kind of had a succession plan. It was already in house because they saw him as a player. It's kind of like it's like the European soccer. You went from like the one league and they kind of brought it up. They already know where you are. They kind of like groomed you there versus like Alabama has nobody in house. They probably would rather do it in house. They just don't have anybody right now. Now, if one of their coordinators were still there, Kirby Smart was still the defensive coordinator, he would be there. The one guy that just really, when they won the last national title, the one that had a little bit of issue off the field, he would have probably been the in-house guy. He was the one. He was the one with the cheerleader and stuff like that. He would have been the in-house guy. Well, guess what happened? He got himself fired, right? So Kevin Steele has to go from senior analyst to defensive coordinator. It messes up the whole program. But Gerard Mayo is really, really good. It's a new precedent that could be set in the league on how to go through the hiring process as well to eliminate some of the sham for interviews, but then also, maybe provide some longevity for coaches, but then also accelerate the process for the really good ones.
And at 37, 38?
37.
That you've given yourself a chance. I'll ask this question because, again, it was part of several conversations today with coaches moving around. Why do we give the pass to the coach for making the change we don't give to student athletes?
Making what change?
Well, just, you know what? I need to go somewhere else and to make more money. Like, there are coaches that like everybody wants to be where you want to be and make the amount that you want to make. That thing seems to be appropriate for everybody, but somehow we lose it in some of the coaching conversations. I mean, we understand that coaches are gypsies. Can we just say that coaches move, they're transient, that they will move based on the best situation or circumstance,
right?
Which is okay as long as you say that's what we're doing,
right?
And then to say, well, what would our players do? Well, they're going to mimic what their leadership showed as appropriate. So at some point, we have to have the conversation that says, do you go? Do you stay? Is there loyalty in sports? I'll ask you, Jay. Can you imagine being an NFL player now and playing with one franchise forever?
No, you can't. I mean, and but that's part of the business part of it now. I mean, the reason why you're saying it is because before the student athletes never had the business part is part of their like experience. Now they have the NIL and all this other, and obviously the transfer portal.
Mm-hmm.
It's a business now, so they're making business decisions that they think is best for them. Some of them work out, some of them don't. College coaches have been doing it forever. Some of them work out, some of them don't, and that's just the way it is. The reason why it's foreign to people, and people are trying to say like because it's new. You got to think, for as long as I can remember, you didn't have a choice. You know what I mean? Then when you could transfer, the coaches could block where you could go. So
really, the SEC still has that rule. You can't transfer the conference.
You should go block. So, it's like if you don't have open-minded coaches, you might never hear from Alvin Kamara. People don't even realize he was like 5th on the depth chart at Alabama.
Yeah,
he went to Tennessee. So things have changed. Then NIL comes, the transfer portal, where you get one free transfer. So that's going to uptick whether so that means you're recruiting the same player twice. You're recruiting them the initial recruiting, and then you're going to probably know that they're most likely certain players are going to be in the portal a lot. The guys
you're
that really
4 and 5,
some guys
sometimes you're 3.
Some guys like to get recruited more than they like to play. That's the difference.
Well, AJ Allen was a perfect example that sometimes the ideal situation. It happens. The people find you again in year 2 of college more so than they did in year 1. You have more value to them. You've given more resume to it. The thing that they weren't sure you were going to do, you're now able to do. Okay. Guess what? Come on down here.
And opportunity, because I think that AJ Allen would have been in a way different situation if he didn't. I think he broke his collarbone early in his freshman year. If he finished his whole freshman year, he might not even have been here at the start of spring because other schools would be like, I need a starting running back. Hey, if they're giving you X, I'll give you 3X. That's just that's business, right? And that's the way it goes. That's why you see some guys play for the Yankees and thinking that they'll never play for the Red Sox. Well, the Red Sox come in with something. Well, then obviously, you know what? Boston seems a lot more nicer place to play for, and I don't really hate the fans as much. That's the way it goes, and it's always going to be a business. And it's just good. It's going to be you won't get the domination anymore because of the turnover. You won't get the domination anymore because everybody's looking at what somebody else did at said university and say why we can't have that versus looking at how they got that.
What do you think the Mayo to Patriots head coaching position, what does that do to the Patriots?
Well, it provides some continuity. First of all, we have to take a pause here. We have got to take a look at this young man down here at the bus stop.
Yeah.
He is hitting the percolator. He's hitting the walk down there. He's
not on purpose.
No, when you're that cool,
Not
I'm
on
sure
purpose.
he has some headphones in.
Yeah.
But back to it. What I think it does.
He's dancing and not on purpose.
Right. He's dancing to stay warm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But what the thing does with, first of all, I think with the Gerard Mayo hiring, I think what it does, it shows all these other owners there's a different way that you can actually do business with people that don't necessarily look like you or not from the same background as you. And the reason why it's not the Jacksonville owner where they can say, oh, he's not a rich white billionaire. Okay. So then you expect it. I think he has a soccer background, whatever it is. Well, there's two prominent owners in the NFL right now that make decisions. Jerry Jones, Robert Kraft, period. They make the world go round, and the Rooneys as well, but very active, those two. So when you have one of them that does it, it kind of lets everybody else take a sigh of relief and say, okay, how do they do this? Especially if it works.
Yeah.
So what really needs to happen needs to work. Now, internally for the Patriots, you're going to get some continuity, but you're going to get Gerard Mayo's stamp on it. Now, it might not be in year one. It might be in a couple years down the road. I think, and so he's had to have some ideas that he would like to do. Wouldn't say totally different, but maybe just a little bit different than Belichick did and what is done before. But also I think that he knows what is needed to win in the Patriots organization. And that's what's crucial as well. What the expectations are from a work standard, as far as the players and the coaches and the administration, scouting and all that. And he is a little bit younger. And I think sometimes when you're like Bill Belichick, you won so much. I wouldn't say you get sick of it. You get entitled to it. I mean, you got to think, as much as that man's won, he's 14 wins away from being the 15 winningest coaches of all time. And he's had 3 bad seasons in a row to their standard.
Yeah, he's reassessing.
Yeah, so I think it's good. I think it's good for the league. I think when you do something different, if it works, I think it kind of just opens the eyes to do some, do it different, business different ways. I definitely think it's going to be where my spotlight is going to be is on down there in Carolina. Because when I hear Kellen Moore's name, I think Bryce Young in 8. Now, granted, Bryce Young they didn't give you any pieces, but I'm trying to get up out of there. Because I'm telling you, if you don't have an agent that's aggressive, you could end up like David Carr. Straight up. I remember telling David, dude, All you got is one dude. That's Andre. You don't have no line, no running backs, no tight end. You ain't got a chance, dude. You already punched drunk and you year 3. Straight up. I mean, that's the way it is. If you don't have an agent that's going to protect you and push the envelope, like Justin Fields and his agent, really throwing the shot over the bow. Hey, I had a great time here. Thank you for making my job harder. That's the way it goes. Then you got Caleb Williams out here. We're going to talk about in the next segment. He threw the shot over the bow. So what I want you two to think about, just for a second, because we don't want to put Chicago Bears bad mojo on you, is if you hear that from Caleb Williams, does that make you make a different decision, trade the pick, or pick another quarterback? And what I mean by this, he had said that he wanted assurances from the Chicago Bears that they were going to trade the number 1 pick so he would enter the NFL draft. Or do you call his bluff? So with that being said, we're going to get the answer from DP and Austin when we come back. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin, Old School. We'll be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and Jay on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and we'd like to say thank you for a record-setting 2023. So let's start off 2024 with the bang. They've got huge trade-in bonuses and finance bonusing happening right now on our new inventory at Coppell. Get up to $8,500 off select new models at Coppell. So if you're shopping for a new GM product, go to our website at coppellcars.com. You won't believe the discounts. Make that short money-saving drive down 144th Street. You'll be glad you did. Must have trade and finance with roof credit. Stock number G207684.
Problem gambling is not just a financial issue. It's an emotional problem with financial consequences. If your loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Ever feel judged at the gym?
You don't know how to use the leg curl machine? Are you serious? Is this your first day alive? No, it's okay. I love helping people during their first day on Earth.
At Planet Fitness, get energy without the judgment and join the judgment-free zone. Never intimidating, always free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Get energized today during the Big Fitness Energy Sale for 24 cents down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends today. See Home Club for details.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: snow and blowing snow likely today, especially in the morning. Otherwise, it'll be cold and windy, a high of just 8. Tonight, cold and wind continue, more blowing snow as well. See a low of 5 below. And tomorrow, more cold, wind, blowing snow, a high of just -1. Stay warm and safe out there. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Make the 2024 deer season your best yet. Come to the Nebraska Deer and Game Expo Friday, January 19th through Sunday, January 21st. Check out the hunting seminars, browse the hunting and outdoor exhibits, sign up for the Dylan Blind giveaway, compete in the Big Bucket Monster Shed contest, and try the 3D shoot and more. Buy your tickets at the door. The Nebraska Deer and Game Expo, January 19th through 21st at the Sand Hills Global Event Center in Lincoln. 84th and Havelock, presented by Whitetail Properties Real Estate.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today. The Mill Coffee and Tea inside our 93.7 The Ticket studio is now open 7 days a week. From 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on weekdays and 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday and Sundays, you can enjoy burritos, cinnamon rolls, fresh brewed coffee, delicious tea, or even their coffee and cream ale. Sold exclusively at the Ticket Mill location. Open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on weekdays and 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. on the weekends, right here at 1040 O Street in downtown Lincoln.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
$5:35, right? 5:35. We have the two Chicago Bears GM. Look, it's just like Chicago right here. It's like it was Windy City today.
Mm-hmm.
Got a little bit of lake effect snow, so you got the whole thing.
Did you hear the clip from Grayson Waller on WWE on Twitter?
No.
Okay.
Oh, you about to see him tonight? In about 45 minutes.
Need for him to get beat up too.
Since Chicago came up, here's what he had to say on Twitter today.
Look at this dude.
I'll see you in a little while.
Yeah, 45 minutes, DP.
Come on,
you gotta go backstage and see him.
Come on down. Come see a boy.
You know what you need to do, DP, right before he goes? You need to go outside.
Yeah.
Say he's going to go on at 7:30.
Yeah.
You need to go outside about 7:20 and just stand outside, put your hand in the snow, walk backstage. How you doing, bro? And just give him one of the cold hands.
No.
What I'm
gonna do? I'm gonna pull the Bill Cosby, and with the joke from when he was a kid and somebody hit him with a slush ball, and to get revenge, he made a slush ball and put all sorts of stuff in it and put it in his refrigerator and plotted.
There it is.
Until he had a moment to hit Junior Brown in the head with a slush ball, except for somebody stole his slush ball. I need I'll get a Ziploc bag, freezer bag. I'll make a snowball. I'll sneak it in. And then when he comes out.
Oh, when they throwing stuff at him, hit him right outside his head.
Man.
You won't need no ketchup anyway, right? He busted his head open.
And he's in the least important match of the night. Like, dude, just
But he
show
just
up.
got He just got important right now. People, Nebraska fans, about to give him the business.
Oh man, you talking Chicago? Listen,
Hey, we're back to business. DPGM.
Yeah.
What are you going to do to Caleb Williams? What are you going to do? You going to draft him?
No.
You're not going to draft him?
No, I don't. Here's my thing. I don't want anybody who don't want to play. You want to play for me? I'm not going to give you millions. I'm not going to give you generational wealth. I'm not going to bring poison into my program because that's what it would be. He's letting you know he's poison. He's venom.
He'd be like the. I don't mean to cut you off. The Pittsburgh Penguins? Their draft pick. I guess he was really good. He's like, I want to be here, and then he got to Pittsburgh. He's like, I don't want to be here. They just shipped him out a couple days ago.
Why would I put poison in my own soup? Like this is my thing. This is my product. This is my
Maybe
menu.
you think you're a mongoose. You can't.
No. I have zero.
Listen, you a mongoose. You can take the cobra venom.
Listen, you could be the finest woman in the bar, and if you think you're too good for me, you are right. Stay right over there and make somebody else's life miserable. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm not inviting poison in my
because he wouldn't
space.
have played his best anyway.
Yeah, no,
to the maximum.
Well, do you want, especially in a leadership position, do you want that guy to be in your locker room when you're not around? Do you want that guy coming to workouts?
But I'm gonna definitely draft you and then trade you like the San Diego Chargers.
Well,
did.
you could listen.
You could do a draft. You could do it because that's how the Chargers built their run there with LaDainian and all that.
But then you're being what he is already.
Well, you're playing chess.
You got.
You're playing chess. He's playing checkers.
What did it say? If you ask for rain, be careful because you got to deal with the mud too.
Yeah.
That's like, what do you like? Then you're working at his level, not yours. And
Yeah.
that's how you got into the high draft pick category anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Was working from pettiness.
But maybe you're trying to learn by saying, you know what, I'm going to draft you, and we know you want to go to, let's just say Atlanta, right? And Atlanta has to give, instead of just drafting whoever they draft, say it's Marvin Harrison, whoever they decide to draft or will end up drafting, then you get not only who you originally want, and then you get generational wealth in the draft picks and all that other stuff because he never gets on your campus. He never gets there. Essentially,
but that never happens. That
what
never
happened with the Giants?
Like you gave Kirk Cousins, you drafted him when he didn't want to be the second quarterback draft that year. He didn't want to be behind RG3. So you do that and you bring him in and then you pay him copious amounts of money. Just ridiculous amounts of money. And he doesn't want to be there. He don't want to be there.
And they didn't really know they wanted him either.
Right? Like they don't want to be
But
there.
the precedent's already set for the Giants and San Diego Chargers. And at this point, the Bears are the San Diego Chargers. And if he wants to go to another organization, you got to pay for it. Because the Chicago Bears need draft picks. They need to rebuild. They are garbage.
Yeah, I would leave that turd burger alone.
And I don't even know.
I don't need to clean up that's somebody else's mess to deal with.
Right.
I will, Rich Pryor said you walking through the woods and you see a snake and the brother just smoothed by the snake. Because that's the smart thing to do.
And a lot of it depends where
know what it is.
Eli was the number one pick. He checked all the boxes off the field. I wonder as this process goes if he is still the foregone conclusion to be the number one.
It goes to what you're saying about Kalen DeBoer in the first segment too. Like we judge Caleb Williams by a different standard last year than we do this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have another year of data on him. What you've seen is not as impressive as it was 2 years ago.
Right.
So the question the Bears are asking themselves is he worth the risk?
Yeah.
Right.
Or the headache.
He's a person, right? He's not just, a nameless, faceless player. He's a person. You have to take that into account. But you can also look at him as an investment, right? Are we willing to give him this much money, time, resources, or could we better allocate those resources, right? I don't think he's so talented as to be worth the risk. Is he good?
Right.
Yes. Is he franchise altering good? Probably not. And I'm not willing to take the risk to find out.
Not a lot of those guys are coming in.
Look, I wouldn't be surprised if he's the Super Bowl quarterback in 4 years. I wouldn't be surprised. One, I know his trainers back in DC. I know the work he's put in. I know how much he loves the work, which is at the top of the list of things that tells me about somebody going to have pro success is that your want to work. There's no quarterback in the draft that's going to work harder at being a great NFL quarterback than Caleb Williams. There just isn't. It's the other stuff that you have to deal with. You know the standard. Who was the worst? Like if the winless Bucks drafted Jay Foreman, he would have said, please don't draft me. Please don't draft me. Please don't draft me. Like I'm used to being at Nebraska. I'm used to winning. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this.
Yeah.
And if I say nothing, I'm wrong. If I don't say anything, I'm wrong. So I appreciate you, greatly appreciate it, but no.
Yeah. I think I would just evaluate it and see where it's at. I would be just focus on business. Even if you know you're not going to draft him, if I know said team that's right below me or a slot or two below me, and I know, say, like Marvin Harrison's going number 2, say like this team is set on him number 2 and they already got a quarterback, whatever it is, and you can draft Caleb if he's still the number 1 guy in order to, gain an advantage, so be it. Then if you have him, I think his tune will change because you got to go out there and play football, but I definitely would be. He's already played his checker move. That's where he messed up. The best thing a player can do is not say anything until you know where you're at. He thinks he's living in the, I guess, it's not the past, but you have forgotten where you are right now. As people played better, especially like Michael Penix, they've gained ground. They might not surpass you. They've gained ground. How you lose your number 1 spot is by talking too much and how he interviews. So you don't say anything until you secure that.
I will still say that I would imagine that from a skill set, from football IQ, from tools, just tools, he's the number 1 quarterback.
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
He's the number 1 quarterback. You can, in the right hands, he's a Super Bowl quarterback. That's been determined. Everybody else was trying to catch up to who he was and what he was doing.
Right.
And him saying anything is a chess move. You're right. It's a chess move. Right or wrong.
Move.
Right or wrong. Right or wrong. But the right people are going to find him. If he did what I think he did, which is tell a bad franchise not to draft me, to sour them on not taking, you know what? Maybe it's the right thing. Maybe he ends up in the hands of the Rams. Maybe he ends up in the hands of the Cleveland Browns. Maybe, right? Drop down later in it. And, oh, my goodness gracious, I have no responsibility. I get to come in with the number 1 defense and be trained by Joe Flacco for 6 games until they find out how fantastic I am. Oh, maybe Washington gets a receiver at the top. He falls down to late first round, and he goes to the Commanders anyway, where he trains anyway. His trainers are all, his family's there. Or he can shut up and end up in a toilet bowl.
Right.
I'm not mad at nobody setting their own standard.
No.
That dude set a standard. Look, I ain't doing it.
Yeah, you got a good standard, but you play your hand too early, and you don't have secured number 1. That's the thing that could bite him in the butt. Because when you think about it, if he gets traded to number 9, he gets number 9 money versus number 1 money.
Short game, long game.
Right. And then you got to go play. So,
well, I mean, he's getting his college endorsement money puts him in that top range anyway. Like, he's got 3 major endorsements right now. He'll be all right. He'll be all right. He got his own penthouse in Southern California right now.
Yeah. Oh no, he's doing well, but I'm just talking NFL wise. I don't really care what he does in college. I know that. I mean, that's 2 different things. He's doing real well NIL, and he's the most talented quarterback in there. You just want to make sure you don't want to play yourself too quick because of the pettiness of the owners.
Oh, they petty. Oh, so, we know all the petty balls.
Right, and they don't forget. So.
we know all the petty balls.
Anyways, Jay Foreman, DP, Austin, we come back. We're going to do some college. We're going to do our playoff picks. And first one's up is going to be the Dolphins. Can they handle the snow? They flying in right now. So, yeah, Jay Foreman, DP, Austin. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and Jay. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Problem gambling affects millions of Americans daily, of all ages and walks of life. If your loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: snow and blowing snow likely today, especially in the morning. Otherwise, it'll be cold and windy, a high of just 8. Tonight, cold and wind continue. More blowing snow as well. See a low of 5 below. And tomorrow, more cold, wind, blowing snow, a high of just -1. Stay warm and safe out there. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we'd like to say thank you for a record-setting 2023. So let's start off 2024 with the bang. They've got huge trade-in bonuses and finance bonusing happening right now on our new inventory at Koppel. Get up to $8,500 off select new models at Koppel. So if you're shopping for a new GM product, go to our website at koppelcars.com. You won't believe the discounts. Make that short money-saving drive down 144th Street. You'll be glad you did. Must have trade and finance with roof credit. Stock number G20768.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Ever feel judged at the gym?
You don't know how to use the leg curl machine? Are you serious? Is this your first day alive? No, it's okay. I love helping people during their first day on Earth.
At Planet Fitness, get energy without the judgment and join the judgment-free zone. Never intimidating, always free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Get energized today during the Big Fitness Energy Sale for 24 cents down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends today. See Home Club for details.
Make the 2024 deer season your best yet. Come to the Nebraska Deer and Game Expo Friday, January 19th through Sunday, January 21st. Check out the hunting seminars, browse the hunting and outdoor exhibits, sign up for the Dylan Blind giveaway, compete in the Big Bucket Monster Shed contest, and try the 3D shoot and more. Buy your tickets at the door. The Nebraska Deer and Game Expo, January 19th through 21st at the Sand Hills Global Event Center in Lincoln. 84th and Havelock, presented by Whitetail Properties Real Estate.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin. We got our picks. We're going rapid fire here. Starting tomorrow at 3:30. The Cleveland Doo-Doo Browns they're already down in Houston. Probably stopped at True Locks. They're down in H-Town. Who you guys got? The Browns or the Texans? Joe Flacco, C.J. Stroud.
That Browns defense is so good. It's so good.
Sneaky good. How do you have like a record-setting defense and nobody talks about?
Yeah, they're so good. But a part of me, just out of Houston loyalty, I have to just say that I hope Houston wins.
So who are you picking?
Picking the Browns.
Okay. Who you got?
Purely out of spite. Joe Flacco is elite. No, I'm kidding. I mean, Houston was down, guys, the first time they played. It'll be a close game. I think it's a, low 30s, upper 20s game, but Cleveland squeaks it out. I'm
going Houston. I think Cleveland's going to come in. Jim Schwartz with that cover one, and they do to play a little bit of fire zone. I think Houston wins. Slewfoot is
Slayer.
Slayer. We're doing it. The most important game for Jake Sorensen. They said it's going to be -3, wind chill of -20, possibly -30. Dolphins against the Chiefs, both of them 11-6. Who you guys got?
If this was in Miami, it would be the Dolphins. It's in KC. It's cold, bro. No.
I got to give Jake props for going to wrestling. I'm still on him for turning down those playoff tickets, but at least he's going to wrestling and doing something tonight. I want to pick against the Chiefs, but I know better. So if Miami gets the running game going, like we sleep on Mostert and A-Chain, but hard to bet against Mahomes in the playoffs.
I'm going Dolphins. If there's ever a coach that can get the Dolphins to go and do something out of the ordinary, is Mike McDaniel.
Turning up?
Yeah, he's gonna turn up 2010. I'm going with the Dolphins. Jake, I got you. You don't even have. I don't even have to say anything about this next game, but I'll ask you guys. 12 o'clock Sunday, Steelers on the road in Buffalo. Who you got?
Sorry, AD. Sorry, bro.
Tomlin's back on the board. No, I'm kidding.
Sorry, AD.
Bills. Yeah, we got a clean sweep. I guess now here we go right here. This is a hot seat game. This is the game that got the most spice to it. Green Bay Packers at Dallas. Who do you got?
It's like you're asking me a thing you already know the answer to.
Green Bay.
So
that means Mike McCarthy is going to be unemployed.
I'm never shouting out the evil empire.
Mike McCarthy's like, man, I've been begging for this job. Who you got?
I'm not doing
it. Dallas wins this one, and that's it for him.
I'm going to pick Dallas because I'm not a fan of the way Green Bay's played. I like him. I like Jordan Love a lot more at the beginning of the season. I just think Dallas at home, that defense is going to be too much of a problem.
Parsons comes in angry. Not being first team all-pro.
Right. Here we go. The revenge game here. Rams on the road against the ankle biters and kneecap biters, the Lions. Who do you got?
Detroit.
Stafford in his return, Rams.
You got the Rams? They're the hottest team right now. I think they're 8-1 their last 9 games, but it stops right there.
Yeah.
Aaron Glenn and that defense is going to lock them down.
Yeah, I'm not afraid
right?
of them.
And Jared Goff is going to be play action against that Rams defense. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Detroit.
Strip sack, 6 fumble, that's what happens.
All right, now here we go. This is probably the most interesting game besides the ones I mentioned before. This is the one was kind of battle the Oklahoma quarterbacks, right? Eagles on the road at the Bucks. Hurts against Baker. Who do you got?
Hurts.
Broke finger and all.
Hurts.
AJ Brown scrubbed his social media of the Eagles. I mean, how petty are you? Here, I'll take your check, but I'm mad at you. I'm not going to tell you, but I'm going to take you on social media.
Hurts.
Who you got?
Hurts can't throw. Baker train rolls on.
They scored 9 points against Buccaneers in a division championship game.
Bad vibes. Bad vibes.
Like you
bad vibes.
You got in the toilet bowl and got in the toilet bowl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, no, I don't. That's why I'm not buying.
You know what?
I can't buy it.
I'm going to pick the Eagles because the Eagles just can't mess it. I mean, you've messed your whole. At some point in time, you got to do something right.
Unless they're the Vikings from last year, in which case they did not do something right.
There's no way the Eagles should lose. I mean, we're from Fletcher Cox to all. There's no way they can lose.
They shouldn't.
No, they don't lose.
I'm gonna pick the Eagles, but I would not be surprised that Mr. Get Your Weight Up Baker Mayfield finds a way to beat him. Because any quarterback that runs somebody over and tells them get your weight up, I'm a fan of. And I don't think Tampa has a home field advantage anymore. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the Eagles. Sorry, Levante. You're still the best of all time.
There you go.
All right, man. Good week. Stay warm. Drive safe. Support the Huskers. Wrestling, basketball, WWE. We are out. Thanks for listening. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin. We'll see you next week.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for